the throne in the jungle, on the throne in the streets. No shame in my kingdom, I was born to defeat.
I'm in the Lambo, I'm in demand. Pull up, shoot me shot like Rambo. Got my shirt off, and my chains on. Pull off, do 100, yeah, I'm too gone. Swerve on, doing numbers on. Yeah, I'm reckless, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, I run the town and everybody know it. I'm so flashy, so everybody focus. Everybody looking, cause I'm the one that knows. I'm the boss, yeah, I pay the cost for it. It don't matter what it costs, I pay for it. And if you ask me what it costs, you can't afford it.
On the throne in the jungle, on the throne in the streets. No shame in my kingdom, I was born to defeat.
Hello everybody, we're back again for what is going to be a fantastic evening. We've got it, DTM 92 Crew Chief Championship. Can you guess where we are? Go on, I'll give you 3 guesses. No, Brands Hatch. We're at Brands Hatch today for round 2 of the Crew Chief Championship. A fantastic first race from Road America fortnight ago. So if you didn't see that, pop on over to rrleagues.com or even jump in the YouTube channel. You'll see us on there. Go through all our previous old videos. Everything's great to watch, but last week's was a bit of a classic. Where are we with the championship? Let's take a look at that, shall we? Where are we? There we go. So after last week's win, Simon Fillingham ahead of Radek Pavlicek, the two of those fighting it out for most of the race last week. Simon just coming home the winner from Radek. Andre Bergsman there in third, bit of a lucky third because there was a few incidents on the last couple of laps. Not lucky as in the fact that he shouldn't have finished there, but he was driving a great race as Andre. But Jim Britton was fighting with Clive Britton. Max climbing the field as well. So yeah, all of those all got into a bit of a tangle. Andre came out of it in third, and there he is in third in the championships. Grasimos Cassell chasing down those front 3 as well at the same time. Jim Britton there, we said, had a few incidents. Back in 5, watch out for Jim today. Max Haas there in 6th. Another great great qualifying for him last week. Bit of an incident on the first lap. Spent the rest of the race trying to catch his way back up. Clive Britton, not even a mistake on the first lap. He didn't even start the race. Started from the pit, so right at the back of the grid. Carried some great speed right the way through the race until his last couple of laps. Got in an incident and fell back to 7th position. Carlos Guerra there in 8th. Greg Metcalf in 9th, and Nigel Wood rounding out the top 10 there with his 10th place last week. So where are we with the team championships? There we go, Virtue Insanity, Simon and Greg at the top of the charts, followed by Radek and Ben. All good point scorers, those 4, so imagine that to be pretty close. But you'll notice there Jim and Max in the team crew chief. Don't forget this series sponsored by Crew Chief, so Jim put in his whereabouts. He's got that contract signed with Max, so Max can't beat him in any race. But watch out for those two. Very quick drivers, both of them. Expect them to put in a good showing today. Dusan Magyar there and Grasimos Cassell in 4th. Hells Bells, Martin Kennens and Clive Britton. Watch them to climb the charts. Martin had a few incidences in race 1. David Dorr and Nemanja missed last week, so imagine those two to put some points in. Marcel, Callum and Morgan. We've got a couple of new boys in today. Hello to Lars and Klaus Schneider. Brothers from other mothers, well, from the same mother. Team Win It, they just live in Germany and Switzerland, so Bit of a departure between them, but they're racing with us tonight. So welcome along, boys. Hope you enjoy your racing. What else have we got on here? Oh yes, upcoming events. Let's show you those, shall we? Where are we? We'll get that. Bear with me. We'll find it. There it is. So we've got obviously Crew Chief tonight. A week on next Sunday rather. The FRX 90s come from Silverstone. Those Formula 1 cars from the 90s. They're a great watch. So pop along with us to Silverstone this time next week. A week Wednesday, we've got the Porsche Cup from Zandvoort this time. It's a great championship, that one. If you've ever watched that one, pop along and see that next week on Wednesday rather. And obviously in a fortnight time, back with the Crew Chief Championship at Mid-Ohio. Wow, they are pulling the tracks out of these ones. That's going to be a classic there. 1 hour race there at Mid-Ohio. Tonight though, we've got 2 races from Brands Hatch, both 30 minutes each. So look forward to that one. And while we've got you, let's just give you a little taster of our RR leaderboard. Don't forget that runs throughout June. The little KTM Roadster from KTM, obviously the KTM Roadster going around Bilsterberg. That's an arm wrench, to say the least. I mean, I did get a time out of it a couple of days ago, but I'm struggling to beat that one, let me tell you. It was hard work, and how Damien DeGrasse currently leads my time by 3 seconds. The guy's an alien. So is Clive Britton. He's a second and a half in front of me. But if you want to put in the time there, if you go and hop into the leaderboard challenge, stick up a time there. If you're a Longshield registered on the RR Leagues forum, we'll find you and we'll stick you in with the chance to win 500 VRP every month, and the challenge changes every month as well, so don't forget to join us for that. Anyway, enough of that. Let's try and find the game. I've had to turn the sound down because it doesn't play well with the game, so give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Be there in a minute. Funky music, huh? Glad you think so. Ah, here we go. Let's get rid of that funky music pigeon.com. There we go. And we're into qualifying, 16 minutes to go. Reverse grid for round 2. Oh look, new boy Lars is on screen. Say first race with our legs tonight, so welcome along Lars, hope you enjoy your race. Let's have a look, who have we got in chat tonight? No one, you miserable bastards. Where are you boys? Say hello. And girls. Need to be rude. So currently fastest out there. I've been watching the practice on and off. Mr. Pavlicek is up there in the top places. I keep clipping. I've been told my mic was too loud, too low rather, and now I keep clipping all the time, so can't win. I'll turn the game down and I don't have to talk quite so loudly, and hopefully I won't clip as much. Right, okay, let's go and have a look at Mr. Pavlicek. As I say, one of the quickest guys in practice, if not the quickest. I missed the end of practice, so you'll have to forgive me. You can see he's up there, 131.7. Let me tell you, 131's quick. Very quick. And just as I say that, I told you to watch out for him. Clive Britton qualifying. Don't know why, because he always starts from the pit lane. But come on, Clive, you can do it tonight. Concentrate, man. So Clive Britton had to work very hard in that first race at Road America to try and claw back some ground on the field, and had to beat really would say driver of the day if he hadn't made such a basic error at the start of the race to put him behind everybody. But to climb up to where he did and get involved in an incident on the last lap, fair play to Clive. Good driving from him, and you can see really quick here tonight as well, so we'll keep an eye on him tonight. The winner of round 1 at Road America, Simon Fillingham. There he is. You can see he's not far off the pace either, 132 flat. And that Karcher Mercedes E190 2.3 Cosworth. Lovely little beast. Look at that, drifts it through Paddock Hill. I'm not sure that was what he intended to do, but it was lovely car control. Not through Druids. So Britain, Pavlicek, David Dawes just popped in there with a 131 and a bit. So we'll have a look at David in a second. Let's just watch Simon finish his lap here. He's 3/10 down in sector 1, so gonna have to go some. Making as much track as he can there with a little bit of grass on the inside. That's fine. Tires will be nice and clean as he comes up around here. Top part of the circuit. Up through Sheen Curve after good old Baz. Down straight. Come on, Simon, what you got? 4/10 down, so I don't think he's going to better his time, but he's going to try. Car's be fueled for a few laps here, so expect to see him go round and round and round. 132.1 for sight, so not an improvement there, but only a 10th off his best. Let's kind of look at David Dawes. We said we would. Here, or he's negated this one because there's no times coming up. Let's go and see somebody else. New boy Klaus Schneider, Lars' brother, sits in 5th there. Oh, he likes to throw these around, doesn't he? Welcome to our league, Klaus. They are teammates, they're not in the same livery car, but I think that's because Lars picked the wrong livery. We'll let him off on his first one. 50 lines after that. That Klaus is very quick through there. He's on a barnstormer. Who let this guy in? Well, down Pilgrim's Drop he goes, up the hill, Hawthorne Hill. Along through Westfield. This is part of called Dingledale. If you've heard of Dingledale, this is this bit. Sheen here. What's his sector time going to be like here? A little bit wide there. Keeps it on the track though. Good going. Quick again. Comes out of Stirling's. Down through Clearways. Just Clark Curve to go. We'll be seeing punt up the driver standings here. Sorry, driver standings. He will do at the end of the day if he carries on like this. Here we go. Klaus Schneider, new guy. Oh, look at that. Wow. Good going, Klaus. Nice lap. 100th off Clive Britton. Just 100th. So just lost a little bit in that last final sector, but that's a cracking lap from Klaus there. And look, new boy. Nemanja Manojlovic missed race 1. He loves these cars, but unfortunately had a marital meeting to go to last week. Oh, sorry, a fortnight ago. He desperately wishes he could have been with us, but unfortunately he had to do that anyway. But now he's back with a vengeance. And there he is, up to 5th. And you can see just how close these are. Look at that, the first 8 covered by 4/10 of a second. So this is going to be a couple of great races done. Like I said, 2 30-minute races. They'll qualify for race 1. Race 1 will be half an hour long, and then for race 2 you will have a reverse grid and then watch them try and recover their way back through the grid. But like I said, you know, reverse grid, the first 12 here all within a second at the moment, and I imagine that might even get a bit tighter as we go through qualifying. So there's no saying even on a reverse grid that the boys that won race 1 are going to just slice away through the field, because everyone's got pace here tonight. There's literally tenths between them. One mistake a lap could be it. So here's Milamania, quick through sector 1. Quick through sector 2. Wow, here we go. What's Mr. Manojlovic got for us? See Klaus Schneider there in the background, so I know that he's pushing as well. What's the menu got for us? Let's have a look. Manojlovic goes second. Wow, cracking lap, 1:31.4. But Clive Britton just ahead, just improved for 1:31, almost a oh! Ouch, bet that hurt. So Clive Britton's in the pits. The manu's just gone second. Here's Klaus Schneider, sat in third. Must have thought his lap of 1:30. What was he? 1:31.6 last time round. Not last time round, the time before. Sorry, when we were watching him. We were watching Clive, weren't we? So, sorry, Nemanja. Come on, get with it. Get with the programme, man. So, Klaus is not going to threaten anybody on this lap. Behind him, Simon Fillingham. He's made a mistake there in sector 2. You can see 6 seconds down, so he's not going to trouble anybody. He's going to have a look at Radek again. He's just reset to the pits. Comes again. Let's have a look at Max Haas. Haven't seen much of Max. Didn't see much of him in the first race at Road America either, because unfortunately he made a mistake on lap 1, put him right to the back of the field before he could rejoin. And then him and the man behind him, crew chief himself, Jim Britton. Too many Brittons. Jim Britton behind in team crew chief in the very distinctive Tic Tac cars. Jim really keeping his end of the bargain up for the team last week. Max did manage to get his way back, as we saw earlier in the standings. Finishing 5th and 6th. As Max goes wide there. A bit of a mistake as he went through Westfield, and that's put paid to that lap. Let's go and have a look at Jim. Watch him finish his lap. He's made a mistake in the first sector as well, so Jim's not going to threaten anybody on this lap either, but he'll go for another one. Let's stick with him through this. In fact, let's do even better than that. Let's go on board for a lap of Brands Hatch with crew chief himself, Jim Britton. So here we go. Turn 1, down Paddock Hill Bend, down that dip, up the big hill, into Druids. Grab that inside curb, not too much, but enough. Nice. Drift out wide, down towards Graham Hill Bend. Take as much speed as you can, don't run too wide, you run a little bit wide, not too wide though. That's good. He goes into Surtees, long left-hander, pick your acceleration point, there it is. Off he goes. Down Pilgrim's Drop, and then up Hawthorne Hill, through Hawthorne itself. Get that inside curb if you can get it. He's missed that apex, but it'll drift out wide. A little bit of time lost there for Jim. Up through Westfield, grab as much of this inside curb as you dare, and down the dip and up the hill, and keep turning right as you go through Sheen. Again, grab as much of that inside curb as you can. Down then oh, and Jim's called quits on that one, so that's not going to be an improvement for him. Let's have a look at, in fact, let's have a look at Andre Bergsman. I've not seen him out today, and he's just popped up in 3rd. So the first 10 covered by a second. First 13 covered by 1.3. And that's because Clive just keeps pushing the boundaries up there. Andre just taking too much of that curve there, I think. Just over 2 tenths down in sector 1. Where is he going to be through sector 2? I've got a feeling that jump across the curve may have cost him a tenth or two. No, not too bad. 3 tenths, about where he was. He's 3 tenths off the lead. Let's see where this one puts him. Not too wide. Oh, really running the boundary there. Comes through. A 1:31.509 slightly improves. But unfortunately, not enough because Radek Pavlicek just behind him, or just in front of him rather, popped into third. Oh, we're watching Andre there. In fact, sorry, I was getting confused. Radek put in the 1:31.5. That's what put him in third. Andre behind a 1:31.9, so a little bit slower than his best, which makes sense. That's what we were watching. Apologies, some of the screens didn't update quite as quickly. One screen said one thing, another screen on the time of the screen said something else. So there we go. Radek there in third. Clive Britton from Manojlovic from Pavlicek here. Bergsman sat there in fourth, just 3 tenths down, as is Fillingham, as is Schneider. David Dorr there in 7th, Max Hass in 8th, Jim Britton in 9th. All of those within 6 tenths of Clive Britton up top. So first 9 all going to be hammer and tongues at this all night. Grasimos Cassell sits there in 10th. Carlos Guerra, good to see Carlos back in the seat. He's in 11th. Lars Schneider there in 12th. Callum Morgan 13th. Dusan Magyar 14th. Kennan's down in 15th. Martine will be screwing at that one. He'll want more time out of that one, as will Greg down there in 16th. More time from those two. And Nicholas and Marcel also be trying to make sure they're not too badly placed for race 2. Just a minute and a half or so to go of qualifying, so they'll get one more lap in. I haven't already started the lap, I ain't going to get one in here. So, oh no, Radek kept that. I thought he might have lost his lap there, but he kept it as he jumped across the curbs, and he's quick as well. Fastest first sector actually, Simon Fillingham, a 29.2. But he kind of sits down in 5th, but that's the kind of pace that Si's got. In fact, not far behind him is Klaus Schneider, 29.25 as opposed to 29.24. So Radek showing purple there, but that's not the fastest time so far. That's just his quickest by a, not quite a margin, but a bit. Let's see where he is in sector 2. Oh, he's lost a couple of tenths there. That's on Clive Britton's time, don't forget. So let's see where this goes. Can he grab some time back as he goes through Clark Curve? What's he got here? And no, he's given up, hasn't done it. So with just a couple of people left out on track, Burgsman and David Dorr. Looks like this is going to be a grid. Front row, Clive Britton, Nemanja Manojlovic. Row 2 there, Radek Pavlicek and Andre Bergsman. Fillingham and Klaus Schneider fill out row 3, with Dorr and Max Haster in 4. Jim Britton and Grasimos Cassell on row 5. Carlos Guerra, Lars Schneider, excuse me, in 11th and 12th. Callum Morgan, Dusan Magyar there, 13th and 14th. Kennan's 15th with Metcalf in 16th. Wicklander and Lecken 17th and 18th. Guys, if you're watching this, you want to get involved, just like Lars and Klaus did last week. Saw it, loved it, came along, now they're here. Be really, really good to see you on the grid. If you fancy coming along, go pop over to rrleagues.com or join our Discord. There'll be an invite link for you on the website. And yeah, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. So let's have a look. Where are we? 30 minutes. The guys will just be sorting out their fuel for the race. Don't need no pit stops. This would just be from lights to lights, or lights to flag rather. So Clive Britton, bloody hell, Clive Britton on pole. Jim wishes he was. And off they go. So Britton, Manojovich, Pavlicek, good starts from all three of those. Come down into turn 1. Britton leads. Manojovich second, Pavlicek third, Bergsman's through in fourth. Fillingham on the outside there to go down and up the hill in fifth. But Britton leads, and on lap 1. Here's the view from Jim Britton. Teammate Max Hash just on the outside of him there. You can see up ahead. Challenges going on up there. Between Britton and Manojovich. New guy Klaus Schneider giving the crew chief a bit of a run for his money. They come down. Big old train, like I said, less than a second covering the top 9 in qualifying, so expect this to be pretty leery. I say leery, I mean exciting. These guys know what they're doing. They're quick professionals. But up front, Manojovich has taken the lead from Clive Britton. Chap that red flash that on the back of his car. And the white one there on Clive Britton's car. BMW very particular with their liveries in the 90s. So Manojovich leads from Britton, Pavlicek, Burgsman, Fillingham, Dorr, Schneider. Haas has just gone above ahead of his teammate Jim Britton. Cassell up to 10th. Lars Schneider up to 11th. Callum Morgan down to 12th. Guerra 13th. Wickland a good start from him up to 14th. Magyar 15th. Lecken 16th. Greg Metcalf's fallen to 17th. And Martijn Kennens has fallen to the back of the field after what must have been an incident for Martijn. So we'll be looking to make up some ground. It's Manojovich that leads, and he'll be trying to pull out a bit of a gap. He's got clear area in front of him. Field just starting to spread out slightly now, and so they'll find their pace. A bit wide at the back there from Schneider, I think it was. He did all the track. Oh, Bergsman getting a bit wild there in the background. This is Andre Bergsman. He's got Fillingham right behind him. There is Cy Fillingham. And we've got the 4 cars behind of Dorr, Schneider, Haas and Britton. Let's go and have a look at Klaus Schneider. Batting it out with the 2 Tic Tac brothers. Oh, a bit of banging doors there with Haas. Klaus, so making sure Max knows he's not messing around today as they go banging again. Klaus comes out of it okay, as does Max. Just runs a little bit wide there. That's allowed Jim to pop through on the inside, and behind them Rasmus Cassell and that lonely MERC back there looking for a way through. But yeah, Klaus showing them they can't mess with him. Might be his first rodeo in RR leagues, but well, he certainly knows what he's doing. So Manojovich from Britton, Pavlicek, Bergsman. Let's go and have a look at Fillingham. Not that one, that one. Again, Bergsman really crunching those through those curbs. Fillingham getting a slide on there. That's going to lose him some time. Who's behind him? It's David Dorr. There's a bit of a gap there actually, so David... Oh, the Simon might be okay there. He is. back up front. Milanovic and Britton. Britton a lot closer this lap. We go down through turn 1. Up the hill they go through Druids. See there Pavlicek, second in the first meeting at Road America. He wants to get involved as well. Remember, this is valuable championship points here for Pavlicek. He's currently leading everybody else who was in that first race. I mean, obviously Clive was in the race, but had to claw his way back from the back of the field. So Reddick will be happy to finish just behind Clive, I should imagine. Obviously he'll be happy to finish in front of him, but to be ahead of all his other rivals, including Fillingham, who won race 1. So, Pavlicek gets a view of the fight for the lead. He's got half a second, in fact he's got a second now on Bergson behind him. Bergson must have made a little bit of a mistake back there. So Reddick can just watch this with a fair amount of comfort. And either wait for a mistake or in 20 minutes time try and find a gap. To be honest though, Milanovic and Britton don't often make mistakes. Did you hear that commentator's curse there? I was just waiting. But no. Slight error from Nemanja that time round. Just giving Clive a chance as they go. Again, Nemanja a little bit happy on the brakes there. Nice line through there from both of them. And Dingledale they go towards Sheen. How much curve do they want to grab there? Clive being fairly generous, sensible. Nice through there. And they come to start again. Still only 10 seconds back to 11th place man Callum Morgan. Both the Schneider brothers in the top 10. Good to see. So Milanovic leads from Britain. Pavlicek, Burgsman. Fillingham, Britton, Schneider, Haas, Cassell and Lars Schneider there in 10th. Morgan, Guerra, Magyar, Metcalf, Dorr, Wickland, Lecken and Kennens. Martin a lap down, so I presume he's been in the pits for repairs. Fastest lap so far is Clive Britton, a 1:31.984, the only one in the 1:31s. We're all in the low 1:32s at the moment. Including Cy Fillingham, fastest man on the track at the moment. And 5th at the moment. A bit of a gap between these three. And then Bergsman and Fillingham. Those two on their own. And then a gap there to Britton, Schneider, Haas and Cassell. Let's go and look at that Fillingham battle. With Bergsman. Andre really munching the curbs in that bit. Oh, and Simon catching that beautifully there. Tail just swung out as he went through Sheen, but manages to catch it and stay on the tail of Bergsman. So nice driving from Cy Fillingham there. Which still leads from Britton and Pavlicek in this battle here between Bergsman and Fillingham. This is for 4th place. Bit Spartan inside, no air conditioning or stereo. Oh. Nice throttle control there from sight. But Andre on the podium last time round as well. So 3rd, 4th and 5th, the podium sitters from Road America. Being led by Nemanja Milanovic and Clive Britton. Andre just saw making a move. Is he going to get it done through Westfield? Nice respectful drive from both of them there. Foreground there, have a check, just keeping a watching brief, about half a second behind Milanovic and Britton. Consistent lap times from the front three, all 132 flat, 132.2s last time around. So all keeping each other honest. As is Cy Fillingham here on Andre Bergsman. Jim Britton trying to make up a little bit of ground behind. It's what he did in the first round at Road America. Took a little bit of time to get those tyres to come in. On so nice and toasty. Jim found a lot of time and managed to climb himself all the way up to 2nd place before incidents and accidents later in the race. So really struggling to keep that car going straight, but he's managing to do it and managing to keep a bit of speed as well. Big Butch MERC and a little girly BMW. BMW's so nimble around all these little corners, and the MERC just hammers through the curbs. Spoilers like that, you have to feel they're compensating for something as they come around to start another lap. So Milanovic still leads from Clive and Radek. Go down through Paddock Hill. Oh, I thought that was something. It was the server. Oh. Thought Clive was literally going back to Ireland then. Just looking some battles further down the field. Schneider and Haas are still banging doors. Klaus currently ahead of Max. Max going to have a look up the inside here. He might, but he ain't going to get through there. Simos Cassell just in the background there, trying to hang on to these two. That's his brother Lars down in 10th. A good starting position for race 2 if he keeps it there. Oh, let's have a look at Max's, not Klaus. Sorry Klaus, nothing personal. High these MERCs rev, all the way around to 10,000 revs. Oh, a bit too much curve from both of them there. Different lines they take throughout the final Clark curve. Saw a few of the front guys really pushing it out wide to keep the speed. Others keeping it tight to try and minimise the distance covered. Oh, and Fillingham's got ahead of Burgsman. Bergsman's got back ahead of Fillingham. And as you can see behind, the stalking horse that is Jim Britton. Starting to put pressure on Fillingham and Burgsman. Still half the race to go. Milanovic, Britton, Pavlicek, they're away from Bergsman, Fillingham and Britton. That's this battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Behind them, Schneider and Haas 7th and 8th. Cassell and then Lars Schneider there in 10th. Where is 11th? Dusan Magyar's in 12th. Callum Morgan 13th from Greg Metcalf. Wicklander, Lecken. Martin Kennens has now found his way up to 17th. Ahead of David Dorr, who's obviously had a bit of an issue. Unfortunately for David. Got some pace the boy, but finds himself right back down there at the back of the field. Presumably also after repairs. So Finnegan managed to get past Bergsman, top of Druids, and he's just had to back out of that there as Bergsman was a little bit loose coming through Paddock Hill. But just because he's loose doesn't mean you deserve the position. You've actually got to pass him fairly. And so I realised he couldn't do that. He just backed out of it. Just flipping, side desperate to get on the gas there to get after Andre, and look, that's left the door open for Jim Britton. You can see him coming through in the mirrors, side by side with Fillingham. Fillingham's going to lose out here as Britton goes through. Jim Britton, crew chief, up to 5th. Cy Fillingham really struggling with traction in that car. Seen a few times him just getting the back end leching about. And that's now cost him a place to Jim Britton. 3 up front are as you were. A couple of tenths separating Milanovic and Britton. Pavlicek half a second behind. And then we've got this battle. Bergsman goes through with Jim Britton in 5th, Fillingham in 6th. And slowly but surely Jim Britton finds his way up the field. Can he get after Bergsman? Can Fillingham get back at Britton? Just in the background, Schneider and Haas continuing their love affair. Oh, sorry, really taking those. You don't want to go too much on Druids. There's big bumpy curves on the inside there. He took a lot of those. It doesn't help traction at all. Pavlicek just closing it up now up front with Milanovic and Britton. There's the 3 of them. They go down. Pilgrim's drop. They go towards Westfield. Pavlicek now starting to get interested. Oh, Clive Britton, Code Brown, but again keeps the pace and he's right up behind Milanovic even after that slide. Remarkable. Pavlicek's view. Been pretty much the same most of the race. Clive's starting to get a little bit frustrated now. He'll be mortified that he let Nemanja through on that first lap, because he hasn't been able to pull away from Clive. So Clive will be thinking, I couldn't be going faster than this. Unfortunately, he just can't get past that BMW of Nemanja Milanovic. So 1, 2, 3. Nemanja, Clive, Radek. 4th is Andre Bergson. He's got Britton half a second behind him. Fillingham just a second back behind Britton now. So Fillingham falling away. Try and say that after you're drunk. Lars Schneider's managed to pull. In fact, Haas has dropped down, so I wonder if those two had a little coming together. Clive Schneider's already proved that car's pretty stable under pressure. Stays in 7th. Cassell's up to 8th. Haas is 9th. Lars Schneider 10th. Guerra 11th. Dusan Magyar 12th. As the leaders come up on back marker. Oh, look at the front of that car. I believe that's Marcel Lecken. He's been into the wall somewhere. So we have a poor lap from Radek on that last lap. So that's a couple of tenths on the boys up front, but look at that, he soon pulled it back. Clive Britton now right up behind Bergsman. Wicklander pulls over, lets those guys through. Nice going. Got a yellow flag at the back. I don't know who that is. No, can't see, but Britton, Pavlicek, Burgsman, Britton, Clive, sorry, look at Jim Britton rather. Really driving like the champ that he is. Oh, says that. Just drifted a little bit wide there, not too much though. Burgsman really seems to be struggling through this part of the lap. So we see him munching. That's a better one from Andre. They got a bit of a slide on. Again, good blue flag action there. Nice driving. That's what we come to expect in RR leagues, but never take it for granted. Up front, Clive's internet starting to scare me. Oh, he's having a look. Oh, brutal driving from Clive Britton. Manojlovic will be well cheesed off with that one. Nice move, don't get me wrong, but it was like, I am coming through. If you're in the BMW parts bin later, and some new front wings and doors, please. Pavlicek sitting waiting for them both to end up in the barrier. Didn't happen. And now he's got Clive ahead. Sorry, now he's got Clive leading the field. I just wonder if the pace of these two, Clive's going to pull the Manu along, and Reddick's going to really have to step his game up here to keep on the back of these two. 7 minutes to go. Britton's made his move up to the lead from Manojlovic. Pavlicek's third. Watching that, Jim Britton's managed to get past Andre Bergsman there. Cy Fillingham in that yellow bumpered Mercedes. So Britton up to 4th. Excellent drive from Jim. I think he's left it too late to try and catch Pavlicek though, but let's see. What's the gap? Couple of seconds. It's a lot to make up in 6 minutes, but we'll see. BMW does come good as he gets into the race. It's just a shame he can't turn it on from the first minute. We thought he was a machine. Turns out crew chief is human. So Britton's past them. Britton, I thought he might have a little bit of pace once he got past Manojlovic, and there it is. Just stretching his legs ever so slightly. Britton from Manojlovic, Pavlicek, Britton and Bergsma. Fillingham trying to catch up back onto Bergsma. Schneider's pretty free there in 7th. Haas climbed back up to 8th now to try and renew his battle with Schneider. Cassell 9th, Guerra 10th, Lars Schneider there in 11th. Morgan 12th, Metcalf 13th, Dusan Magyar down in 14th. Wicklander, Lecken, Kennens and Dorr struggling out the back. In fact, David Dorr, it looks like he's parked that one, has he? Yep, David Dorr's parked that in the pit, so he's out the race. But look at this. Interesting to see what this lap time is as he comes around. 1:32.3. No, 1:32.1. My apologies. Just been updated. So a couple of tenths off that 1:31.9 that he did very early on in the race. The only person in the 1:31s. And the Mania starting to get a little bit ragged as he fights off Radek in second there. But I'm going to pop away from Clive because we all know about my curse. There's Jim in fourth, Andre in fifth there. Si Fillingham back on the tail of Bergsman. What's Britain got the gap down to? In fact, he hasn't. The gap's extended between him and Pavlicek. So it looks like Jim is going to have to settle for fourth, whether he likes it or not. Rich and Pavlicek close though. Is Pavlicek going to have to get his arms out, a bit like Clive did, and shove that car alongside the Mania? I was going to say he's been watching Clive most of the race, but he's been watching both of them because they've both been over the track a bit. So we'll know where the Mania's strengths or weaknesses are. I would say there's also the argument that he might be content to finish in third rather than eighth if he has a mistake. In an instant with the Mania, he's not fighting Milanovic for the championship, at least not at the moment. He is fighting Jim Britton, Burgsman and Fillingham though. Clive keeps driving with this sort of pace, he'll be fighting Clive in no time as well. So the Mania just calming it down a little bit, managing to pull slightly ahead. Of Pavlicek. Sorry, the hay fever's just got to me today. That's why I'm a little bit. So Pavlicek, half a second or so behind Milanovic. Same sort of distance, Bergsman to Britain and Fillingham. So Klaus Schneider's then out on his own, 4.5 seconds behind, with a couple of second gap to Haas, Cassell, Guerra, Schneider, Morgan, Metcalf and Morgan. Fighting it out up. In fact, Callum Morgan's been into something pretty hard there. That BMW has looked healthier, let's be honest. Still seems to be driving alright though. And who's that in the grass over there? Martin Kennans really struggling today. He's going to start down at the back of the grid as well because he's not going to be in a position where the reverse grid will help him. Never liked brands, he's told me, and today isn't going to improve that situation at all. So with a minute and a half-ish to go, Clive Britton on the penultimate lap. Pulled out 2.5 seconds now over Milanovic. Remember guys, if you are watching along with us, please remember to like the video. If you're watching along after the race, that's no excuse either. Remember to drop a like in the description below, and also if you could just a few comments, because it does help the YouTube algorithm to see that people are interacting with the video rather than just watching it. So if you've got a couple of things to say, don't be shy. Let the viewers know what's going on. So Britain on his last lap. Managed this race very, very well, apart from the fact that he let Milanovic through on lap 1. It took him a few laps to get back at him, but eventually Milanovic just left the door open a little bit for him at Druids. Clive just shoved the front of that 3 Series straight in there. Milanovic tried to turn in, but it was too late. Clive had his nose there. Round they went Druids together, but Clive Britton came out in front. And then since then, he's managed to pull 3 seconds on Milanovic and Pavlicek. And he goes through Sheen for the last time. Oh, that Code Brown moment earlier, if he'd lost it there, this wouldn't be happening. But Clive's skill caught it. And that's enabled him to take the final corner. And Clark Curve he goes down the straight. Excellent, excellent win for Clive Britton as he crosses the line to win race 1 here at Brands Hatch. Milanovic comes home in second, Pavlicek third. Behind them, Jim Britton under pressure from Burgsman. But between them, third, fourth and fifth, Finningham finishes 6th. Klaus Schneider in his first race of the RR Leagues finishes 7th. Max Haas in 8th. Cassell comes home in 9th. And Carl Square, a bit of a gap back to... yeah, that is Carlos. That's not Gerasimos. Thank you. Carlos comes round to finish around at the top 10. Morgan will come round in 11th. And I think it's the first 12. So Lars Schneider, his first race with RR Leagues as well, is going to find himself on pole for race 2 here at Brands. Metcalf sneaks home in 13th. Magyar's going to drag his car over 14th. Wicklander's coming down to finish the race in 15th. And I think Lecken in that beat up Unitron BMW. His mechanic's going to have the work cut out there. That looks pretty bent. Through he goes, and that will round off race 1. So there you go, Clive Britton, pole, race winner, fastest lap. The boy done good from Milanovic in 2nd, Pavlicek 3rd, Jim Britton 4th, Bergsman 5th, Cy Finningham down there in 6th, from Schneider, Klaus, Max Haas in 8th, Gerasimos Cassell 9th, Carlos Guerra rounds out your top 10, Callum Morgan 11th, and I say Lars Schneider is going to start race 2 on pole. Only his 2nd ever race with RR Leagues. Let's see how Lars handles that pressure. Greg Metcalf's 13th. He's going to start 13th for the next race, as is Magyar in 14th, Wicklander 15th, and Lecken 16th, with some work to do for his... we haven't set the server up properly, have we? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That should, I think, have jumped to race 2. Come on, race room. What are you playing at? Oh, yes. Oh, has it just shown me out? It has just chucked me out. You disgusting animal. How dare you? Doesn't like me. Good to happen then. Oh, now I can't spell with fat fingers. No, that is right. Oh, it's switching sessions. Sorry, it's not my password. It's the fact that it's switching sessions. That's why I can't get in. So, let's talk amongst ourselves for a bit. Let's just, while we're waiting for that to switch sessions, Don't forget, of course, upcoming events. Discussed them earlier. FRX 90s this time next week. Followed by the Porsche Cup. Yep, still switching sessions. Porsche Cup a week on Wednesday from Zandvoort. God, I hate Zandvoort with a passion. Lovely track, I just can't drive it for toffee. And then in a fortnight's time, the BMW versus MERC Crew Chief Championship. The one you're watching, another endurance in a fortnight's time. Round 3 comes from Mid-Ohio. So join us for that one. Oh, looks like we might be in. Here we go. Let's hope we haven't missed the start of the race. No, in the garage. That's good. Let's get rid of that graphic. We don't want to see that, do we? We've had enough of that. It's a nice fill up, but thank you very much. So they're away. That was quick. What happened there? We got missing some drivers? No, all there. Good start. Lars Schneider from pole in this reverse grid race 2. Morgan in second, Haas third, Cassell fourth, and then everybody else. Callum Morgan bullies his way into the lead there, past Schneider. Little nudge there from Haas on Lars Schneider, just napping his brother back for all the bashing he got in race 1 from Klaus. Morgan's away. Let's go and watch let's have a look from Pavlicek's view. Sat down in 11th at the moment. He's got Clive Britton behind him. You can see him in the mirrors there. Up the inside is Dusan Magyar. And Britton's right behind Magyar. Up front you can see away. Clive Britton's away. And it's going to need to get through here. Clive's following Radek rather than yeah, Pavlicek's got it done on Magyar. Magyar's going to give him a little nudge up his rear to say, how dare you. But Radek doesn't care. He's away. Next target, Jim Britton. He's got Carlos Guerra, Manojlovic and Fillingham in front of him. Good start from those guys. Jim cutting a bit of grass there. So Morgan leads from Max Haas up to second now. Schneider third. Gerasimos Cassell fourth. Klaus Schneider up to fifth. Bergsman sixth. Fillingham seventh. Manojlovic in eighth. Jim Britton ninth. Carlos Guerra 10th. Pavlicek 11th. And Clive Britton still down there in 12th. Great start from Manojlovic. Mission to crawl up, what, 4 places there on the first lap. Pavlicek and Britton. Podium sitters in race 1. Radek never had the pleasure of being ahead of Clive. Now he's got it. Let's see if the two of them can work together to work their way through the pack here. Next target is Carlos Guerra. Carlos notoriously difficult to pass. Not unfairly, don't get me wrong, he is just like a roadblock. Makes the car twice as wide as it should be. And already Clive's ahead of Radek after Radek tried on Carlos. Who's that gone into the barrier? That's a big accident. Looks like it was. No, it's not Wicklander. Not those two. Who was it? Don't know. Can't find them. Was it Cy Fillingham? It was Simon Fillingham, getting it all wrong as he came out of Sterling's, and he's battered the front of his MERC. Winner of the first round at Road America, and current championship leader, driving a scrappy. Keep an eye on him as we go through, but let's give front runners their due. Callum Morgan out in front, Max Haas chasing him down. Lars Schneider there in third, followed by Gerasimos Cassel, Klaus Schneider in fifth, Andre Bergsman in sixth, Milojevic trying to catch them in seventh, Jim Britton, and then a gap back 2 seconds or so to Clive Britton as he tries to make his way back into the pack. Pavlicek past square now as well, he's in 10th. And Fillingham, that battered MERC, the next one to get past Guerrero. You see Lars Schneider just go onto the grass there as Morgan bites the curb. Haas looks around the outside. Callum driving defensively. And that's not going to help him in the long run. And he's protecting all those inside lines. Haas looking around the outside as he goes through Clark. He's going to get a tighter sweep through. Morgan just getting a little bit wild as he goes through there, but that's given Haas the inside line and he's through. Haas takes the lead from Morgan. So he come down to Paddock Hill Bend. So Haas leads from Morgan, Lars Schneider third, Cassel fourth, Klaus Schneider fifth. You can see the two pink flashes on their cars. In the right liveries this time, that's good to see. Bergsman's back there in sixth from Milojevic seventh, Britton eighth. Clive Britton now only a second or so behind Jim. So he's getting back on terms again, as is Pavlicek, and Fillingham's got past Guerra. So the battered MERC of Simon Fillingham not hindering his progress too much. That's cost him a few places though. So Haas is out in front and is away from Callum Morgan. Let's go on board with Klaus Schneider. That's Cassel in front of him, and then his brother in front of Gerasimos. Uh-oh. Thank you. Come on, race room, sort it out. That'll show, will it show us damage on his car? That's what normally happens, but they might have sorted that bug. Let's have a look. Yep. While we were looking at that, wow, look what's happening behind. Cassel. Oh, Klaus Schneider there. Really struggling. Burgsman looks to get past him as well. So a few of the cars showing damage after that server glitch. They won't be damaged. But that puts everyone off because no one knows where the hell they are for a second or so. One person who does know where he is, Max Haas out in front, a second and a half ahead of Morgan. He's a second and a half ahead of Cassel. Lars Schneider keeping Gerasimos Cassel honest, and then this battle here between Milojevic, Britton, Bergsman, Clive Britton, and then this man, Klaus Schneider. He's got Pavlicek right behind him. Let's go on board. Let's go and have a look at the Milojevic battle. Nemanja finished second in that first race. He's just been passed by. Oh, what's happened there? Loss of power for Milojevic. He's just dropped 10 places by the looks of it. What's happened there? There's a spanner in his pedal box by the looks of it. That's just dropped him right back. He will be fuming. Bergsman on the inside of Jim Britton. Clive is shoving that BMW's nose in where it's not wanted. Bergsman on the inside of Britton. Oh, just drifted off the curb there. Both of them touch. And they'll go down the straight side by side. In fact, they won't. Britton's through, up to 5th. Bergsman 6th. He's got Clive Britton alongside him on the inside. Clive's going to go for the move there, makes it stick. Next target for Clive is Jim, and 2 Britons fighting it out. Burgsman trying to keep it honest, but the outside line is not where you want to be through there. Klaus Schneider's just behind there in 8th, sorry. Radek Pavlicek in 9th. And he's got Manojlovic trying to recover in 10th, and inside filling there hanging on the back of this group in 11th. Who should we go on board with? Let's go on board with the man. He's always good for a crack. That's Radek. He's up the inside of Radek there. Has he got it done? Late break, whoa! Too late break. Desperately trying to hold that inside line from Pavlicek. And he's been watching too many Lewis Hamilton videos as he goes flying off into the escape road. So Manojlovic now down to 16th. Not his greatest afternoon. Good morning, not a great afternoon. However, back up front, or mid-pack up front, Clive and Jim. Burgsman as well on the outside, getting involved, 3 wide. Jim just pushes across, Clive just pushes across to give himself some room. Hey Martin, I just saw you drop out. I didn't want to embarrass you in the chat, mate, but good to see you there. I hate this track as well, bud. So mind you, I hate most of them. Park it up, wait for the race, wait for the next round, mate. Mid Ohio, much more your calibre. So up front, Haas away, 2.5 seconds ahead of Morgan. He's got a second on Cassell. He's got Lars Schneider still keeping him honest. And then a 3 second gap then back to this lot here. Britton, Bergsman, Schneider, Pavlicek and Fillingham. And Guerra's just managed to climb onto the back of that as well. So Manojlovic drops out, Guerra comes on. Oh no, it's Cy Fillingham, sorry, I thought 6 car, I thought it was 7. I miscounted, my bad. To the guys out in front. I know you're leading the race and you want your TV time, but this is where the action is. Britton just starting to stretch his legs now like he did in race 1. Got, what, 18 minutes still to catch Lars Schneider and the rest. He's done that before, so let's see if he can do it here. And we know that Jim Britton's car comes good in the second half of the race. So these two pull the stops out, but Burgsman, no slouch at all. In 7th, nice debut drive for Klaus Schneider. He's there in 8th, keeping Pavlicek real behind him, and Fillingham recovering after that shunt into the wall earlier as he came through Sterling's, got it wrong, and the damage on the front of his car is genuine. Look at the Pavlicek battle here with Schneider. Brother Lars up there in 4th, Paris down in 8th. Remember Lars Schneider started on pole, finished 12th in race 1, that gave him the reverse grid pole. Made pretty good use of it, he's still in 4th, but Haas, Morgan and Cassell ahead of him. So they're all excellent drivers here, so so it's no embarrassment to drop a little bit further back, but to be fair play to the boys, you guys, Schneider brothers, hanging on in there. Haas leads 3 seconds to be now back to Morgan. Rasmus Cassell third, Schneider fourth, Clive Britton fifth, dragging Jim Britton along with him in sixth. Bergs was seventh. This battle between Schneider and Pavlicek then for 8th and 9th, and then Fillingham, you can see, Pavlicek lost that place into Fillingham as he got a little bit squiggly. Radek just struggling there for a bit. That's given Sy the chance to get back in the groove. He'll be the next man to challenge Klaus. Back behind these, this is Guerra and Metcalf. Oh, who's that going over the grass? Dusan Magyar taking an interesting line as he goes through Paddock Hill. Fillingham and Pavlicek. Pavlicek back on the tail of Fillingham now after his error. Need one of those little audio up things in the corner, don't I? Sy Fillingham obviously not taken that corner before and seen the curb. Pavlicek just getting a run down towards Clark Curve. Fillingham just pushing him onto the extra side of the track. Radek comes down now, sweeps down inside. Two of them are side by side as they come up towards Paddock Hill. Fillingham late on the brakes but manages to drift it through Paddock Hill. Nice bit of driving from Sy Fillingham there to hold Pavlicek off. And the gap now between Lars Schneider and Clive Britton, who has dragged Jim Britton along with him. Again, it's the proverbial tablecloth. Now Hash still leads, pulling away from Morgan. And then there's Morgan there, Cassell's in that BMW, then Lars Schneider there. Clive Britton pulls out a few server issues tonight. This is not the greatest advert, gotta be honest. Oh, Lars just getting a little bit leery as he went through Westfield. Clive also getting a bit leery as he looks for an inside. Up the hill they go through Sheen. Took it nicely, all three of them. And this Clive just gets held up a little bit here by Lars. You can see Jim behind is looking for an opportunity. On board with crew chief, you can see the tick. Whoa. Cars bouncing around as they hit those curbs. You see Clive taking that inside line again. He does like doing that. That's his prime overtaking move. And he's past Lars, and now Jim's going to want to do that as well because he doesn't want to get held up. He really wants to stick on Clive Britton's bumper as they go chasing down Cassell and Morgan. Just up ahead, Cassell and Morgan getting very close for second, and you can see we've got 5 cars now in the battle for second. Morgan, Cassell, Britton, Schneider and Britton. Bergsman's just dropped off the back a little bit, a second or so behind, but certainly within touching distance. Klaus Schneider just behind him. And then Pavlicek's managed to get past. In fact, Fillingham's had a bit of an accident, I think. Whoa, he has. That's a massive one. So the front of that MERC wasn't smashed already. Same part of the track as well. So here we go. Up the hill, 3 wide. Clive Britton's got his favourite inside line. Callum Morgan's going to close the door and everybody's going to close the door. Whoa! That was never going to fit, but guess who's come out in front? Oh! Callum Morgan giving Jim Britton a little swipe there. That's caused a bit of a concertina further through the field. So Haas, Clive Britton now on your tail. Past Cassell, Callum Morgan there in 4th. Jim Britton getting a few bumps and bruises as he came through there. Lars Schneider's been shuffled back to 6th. He's got Bergson behind him in 7th. And then his brother Klaus in 8th. Burgsman looking for the inside line there. And Lars doesn't make it work. 2 teammates here going to work together to try and dispose of Andre Burgsman. Klaus just can't get it up the inside there of Andre. So Lars from Andre from Klaus. Schneider from Bergson from Schneider. Jim Britton, Callum Morgan renewing rivalries. Jim looking around the outside here of Paddock Hill. We try and get the inside sweep down. Callum a bit wise to that. Just brakes on the entrance to the corner just to close that inside line off. But Jim's going to look around the outside here. Oh, he's lost it. Jim Britton loses it through Druids, and that's shuffled him all the way back down to 9th. David Dorr chasing him. Philip Milanovic took that back down in 11th and 12th after their escapade. So Jim Britton, crew chief, down to 9th after that error. Clive Britton, 6 seconds to make up on Haas in 8 minutes. I've seen him do miracles before, but that looks like it's a bit far out of his reach. Meanwhile, Lars Schneider has been in 4th for a while, backwards and forwards, and now round and about, he's still there. Bergsman's 5th. Klaus Schneider climbing the field through incidents, other people's mistakes. Callum might be getting a special Jim Britton crew chief recording made after this race. Oh, what's happened to Max? What's happened to Max Haas? I just saw the tic-tac car, I thought, what's it doing back there? Oh no! I said Clive Britton couldn't work miracles, well guess what? There's a miracle. Clive Britton leads. Winner of race 1, started 12th in race 2, and with 7 minutes to go, so just 22 minutes gone, and he's worked his way back up from 12th in race 2 to the lead. As another car goes wide in the background there and off the track. They're all struggling today. But one person that isn't, Clive Britton. He'd been kicking himself for that error at the first round at Road America. Just didn't get to the grid in time. Had to start from the pit lane. And climbed well through the pack to get up to 4th at one stage, but had an incident on the last lap, falling down to 8th. And there's a Marcel Leck in the background pointing the wrong way there as well. Oh, not quite a Code Brown, but it was a certainly mauve. But Clive Britton now leads Gerasimos Cassell. Max Haas is still there in 3rd. Bergsman's got past Lars Schneider in 4th. As Lars just gets... Oh, don't take your brother out. And then look what happens. Oh, coming together there. Who was that? Pavlicek and Dorr, I think. As everyone slowed down as Schneider tried to rejoin off the gravel. Everyone got in a bit of a tiz was. Frederick's car wasn't beaten up enough already. Well, guess what? There's another few panels gone. So, the two cars you're looking at, Klaus Schneider is now the lead team car of those guys. I didn't know the team name, but I've got it on the screen, mate, sorry. Klaus is 5th. Fuming Jim Britton behind him in 6th. Callum Morgan behind him in 7th. Klaus's BMW looking virtually untouched, got to be said. He was the one that went through the barrier. We were watching him when we had the server glitch. Looks like he's the only one that survived any damage. Driving very well. Oh God, don't do that. God in my heart. So Britain leads from Cassell and Haas. Bergs was just ahead of this battle. Schneider, Britton, Morgan, Schneider and Pavlicek. David Dawes in there as well. Finnegan and Manojlovic dropped back a little bit off this, now 4 seconds behind this group. Jim Britton again having a look on. Klaus not happening there. Although he is close as they come down Paddock Hill Bend. Schneider covers off that inside line though. Been had there once, he's not going to be had there again. So there goes Burgsman, who's in 4th. This is Klaus Schneider in 5th. Britton and Morgan, Pavlicek and Schneider, Lars behind them. And that was Callum Morgan that went sideways, I think, into Pavlicek earlier. I'm not sure. It was either Morgan or Dorr as they all came around Clark Curve. Lars Schneider recovering from the gravel, and everyone just was like, whoa, what's going on here? As he gets wide again there, Klaus. He's done that a few times, didn't catch it that time. It's just cost him a place to Jim. And Jim's going to go and try and hunt down Andre. And Callum is going to try and Klaus. Scouse. Callum. Gone too wide there, held it well through Paddock Hill. Again, Klaus defending that inside line. Dives over to the inside as he goes through Druids. Not a bad line to take, as long as everyone knows behind you knows you're going to do it. Oh, a little bit wide there as well. He's using all the racetrack and some, is Klaus today. Out in front, Jim Britton 4 seconds now on Gerasimos Cassell. Good showing from Gerasimos. He's got second or so on Haas as he tries to recover. He'll be kicking himself as well, leading the race 6 seconds ahead. And then a mistake pushed him down to down to about 3rd or 4th. Managed to get back up to 3rd. Bergsman 4th. Schneider struggling here in 5th. He's got Morgan all over the back of him. Both of them jumped through there. You can see Jim's away from those two now, trying to catch Andre Bergsman. Lars Schneider, David Dorr and Pavlicek in front of those two. So Radek's managed to make his way up to 9th. As he tries to get through. Andre Bergson and Jim Britton, his championship contenders, up there in 4th and 5th. Simon Finnegan back behind him only 11th. So this is going to really close the championship up after these two races. one person that is like, if it carries on like this, another minute to go, one more lap. At least we set on 100 points. It'll be Clive Britton with 2 wins in the 2 sprint races here at Brands Hatch. 53. I have one more lap to go after this. His pace just too quick to make this the last lap. Down under the bridge through Clark to start his last lap of what will be an excellent day's work for Clive Britton. Cassell 5.5 seconds behind. Haas now right on his tail. Bergsman's pretty clear in 4th. Britton's pretty clear in 5th. Klaus, Callum and Radek are still fighting over 6th place. This is probably the closest battle at the moment. They come on this final tour. Can Max claw a little bit of credibility back and get 2nd place out of this? Remember Cassell finished up there in the race at Road Atlanta, so this will push him right up the championship. Another podium here. As long as these two don't tangle. Because look who's behind, waiting to pick up the pieces. Andre Bergsman, and not far behind him in Britain. Max looking on the inside here. Is this going to get... Ooh, Gerasimos just getting that car straight as he got to Sheen. Close the door on Haas. And they're going to come down the straight. But as they do that, Clive Britton leaves the straight, goes round Clark Curve for the final time, comes across the line for his 2nd win of the day. Excellent drive from Clive Britton. Excellent drives from Clive Britton. In fact, what's happened to Haas? He's had another accident. Oh, Max. Oh, Max. He's going to get swallowed up by everybody as they come across the line. So Clive Britton from Gerasimos Cassell. Bergsman did in fact pick up 3rd position. Jim Britton was 4th. Klaus Schneider was... Oh, and there you go. Max is pissed off, you can tell. Oh, dear. Apologies for the language, but yeah, Max has had it. Jim Britton 4th. Klaus Schneider on his first appearance with our leagues in 5th, or 2nd appearance, first day with our leagues. Radek Pavlicek managed to make it up to 6th position in the end, so good race from Radek. David Dorr there in 7th, Callum Morgan in 8th. Max finished in 9th after that error at the final corner. I presume he made a move on Gerasimos, couldn't get it to stick and cost himself, 6 places. Oh, that's painful. Simon Finnegan managed to drag his home in 10th with Nemanja 11th. Those two pretty battered. Carlos Guerra was down there in 12th. Greg Metcalf in 13th. Wicklander 14th. There we go, just to confirm what I'm saying. Magyar was 15th. Lecken 16th. And poor Lars Schneider, after his bishes and bashes, unfortunately finished at the back of the field down there in 7th. Martin Kennens parked it up halfway through there with too much damage to continue. So, what else can we say? What else can we say about that performance from Clive Britton? That was just something to behold, I've got to say. That's just... Go, let's see if we can get... Make sure my settings are good, just in case Clive wants to come and have a chat. Right, let's get rid of that race room loading screen. No one wants to look at that. So there we go, Brands Hatch in all its glory. Managed to see Clive Britton take both wins here for 100 points. That'll push him right up the championship. Remember, Finished down in 8th in the first. In fact, let's just put up the old championship and see if we can work this out. Where are we? Here we go. So Cy Finnegan finished down in 10th, so he'll get, 48 points judging by that? I know they do a slight adjustment for the number of entrants, let's say 50. That's going to push him up to 150. Pavlicek was about, 6th I think he was, wasn't he? So he's going to be about 160, 150, 160. Burgsman, another third place finished, 160. Gerasimos Cassell, second. That's going to push him probably to the top of the championship, 175. Jim Britton, fourth place for him, I think. So that's going to put him on about, 150. Max Haas, Max, let's not talk about that. Clive Britton, after his win, 100 points. Guess what? 160. Carlos Guerra finished down the field today, so he's going to be about 120 odd. Greg Metcalf and Nigel Wood as well finished further down. But yeah, hop on over to Race App if you're watching this, drivers. The results will be up there for you, and it's going to be pretty tight at the top of that championship. So that is going to be awesome. Right, I think Clive's in the waiting room for me. Let's pull him. In fact, Andre's in there as well. Let's get those guys in there. Andre, Clive.
Hi, Martin.
Hey, oh man, what a performance!
Yeah, that was pretty epic, really.
I can't tell you've got a smile on your face at all.
Yeah, it hasn't happened like that before, to be honest. Like
that was, I mean, that move. When you shoved up the inside, I think in race 2, I think race 1 on Nemanja.
Yeah, that was a little bit. He could a little bit pushy, I think.
Well, I don't know. He left the door open for you, and a few people had left the door open there. Fair play. You late on the brakes, right up the inside, but you got the move done. So, and after that, you never really looked back, really.
Yeah, it was. And I was the one that set up the server, so maybe somebody should go and check that.
I must admit, I thought we were in trouble there for a bit, but it all sort of worked out okay.
Everybody being balanced, yeah.
There's a few glitches.
Possibly, probably some independent stewarding should be checked there, maybe.
Did you all get a glitch there in race 2? I think it was.
Oh yeah, everyone disappeared from me, so
Yeah.
I thought it was me. So
No, it was everybody.
It happened to everyone else.
Yeah, everybody had it. Yeah, it was pretty scary. It's just like, okay, drive normally, don't do anything crazy, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was very
I think
scary.
everybody was fine.
Oh, that's good.
Andre, did a decent performance today, my friend?
Yeah, I seem to get lucky podiums in the final lap in this championship. Well, last race I had it as well, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
What happened? Did you see was Max pushing on Gerasimos, was he, at that final corner? Or
Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, well, he went into the gravel, but you probably saw that. But I don't know what happened. So
Oh, no.
I think it was on his own, actually, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, the two were pretty close, but yeah, it just looked like he might have just tried to push a little bit too much, and yeah, finished 9th in the end. Max had to be kicking himself after that.
Yeah, that was really unlucky there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
well,
very unlucky.
when you're in my position, you see the two guys battle, you think, let's go, guys, hit each other. And
Just like I did to Max in the first round.
I've got to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. Then I got a podium as well, I think, for free.
I felt really bad for Max when I was when I got into second, because he was like 6 or 7 seconds ahead, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to catch him. And all I was trying to do was like, maybe if I take a couple of tenths off him, he might make a mistake, and unfortunately, he seems like he did.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a commentator's curse, but I did say at the time where you've got 6 seconds to make up on Max, and I know you can work miracles, but I think that one may be a little bit too much for you. And then the next minute, you were leading. I was like, oh no.
I settled for a second at that stage. I was just like, maybe I can just take a couple of nips off him, and hopefully he'll have an unfortunate incident. That's what was going on in my head anyway.
So guess what then, guys? I've done a little bit of mental arithmetic. I know the race app results aren't up, but I think there's about...
Jeez, don't hurt yourself, Martin.
It was a bit of a painful experience, I've got to be honest. There's about 6 of you on about 160 points, I think, in the championship. So it's...
No way!
Yeah. So unfortunately, Simon finished back down in 10th in that second race.
I saw him make a mistake. All right, yeah, there.
So
It's such a good car for closed racing. It's so much fun.
yeah, there's a few clouds of dust following Simon's day, so he's lost a few points and a bit of ground. Obviously, Radek finished a bit further down in race 2, 6th, I think he was in race 2. So yeah, I've kind of worked it out. You're all on about 106. I think the guy that's leading the championship is also in the commentary box there. In fact, it might even be Gerasimos actually, a second and a fourth, nice. And Andre's got 2/3. So to date, so who knows? Let's wait and see.
All to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So close, so much fun.
Do you know what? I can even hear it in both your voices how much you're enjoying this.
Yeah, it's just so much fun. I love like the all I can deal with is a go pedal, a stop pedal, gears. Anything else is just like that's why these cars kind of suit me. I think there's so little to think about.
And Andre, what can you adjust in these? Can you do tyre pressures or are they fixed as well?
Yeah, tire pressures are also fixed. I think my left front was the pressure was too high actually, and didn't really help.
Yeah.
But the BMW was just way too soft for my liking. Like it was just floating. Like I wanted to stiffen the springs a lot. But if we could change the setup, but it's always funny when you have to adjust your driving to fit the setup instead of the other way around. So
yeah, and everyone been on the same kind of level playing field as well. I really like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit better for the BMW. Like last week, 2 weeks ago, it was a bit in the. I think the Mercedes was a little bit better.
Yeah.
Fuel, like
oh yeah,
our race, they use a lot less fuel. So
yeah, the hour races will definitely seems to be favoring the MERC anyway, which is good, which makes it all very balanced and so much fun.
I think this was I think this was better in the BMW. I think, but
yeah, the mix of races was a good choice, staff.
Yeah, I have to say, whoever's picked all those races out of, I mean, I went through the calendar earlier. It's classic, isn't it? I mean, you got Mid Ohio next time for your endurance, so. Yeah, you both gone quiet after that.
Again. Yeah, possibly MERC territory again.
Yeah, gonna be a tire saving contest, I think, as well, because the hour races are pretty difficult on the tires. So.
Well, that's me screwed. So.
And you can make it on a full tank, can you, round there?
The MERCs might.
No, I don't think so. But last time we on. What was the previous round? Road America. It's of course a pretty heavy usage on the fuel. I think so. I think the Mid Ohio should be a little bit better, but
yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Now, so I was like almost using a full tank for the half-hour race. So no way I'm gonna do an hour in the BMW on one thing.
And it's just another thing for me to think about, which is just going to confuse me, and so that's not a good thing.
New guys as well, racing yesterday, the two brothers. How did you get on with those? Did you have much to do with them? The two Schneider brothers?
Yeah, I think I came across them at one point, very clean. I think they should settle right in with our leagues, to be honest.
Yeah, I would agree. They were watching them today. The two of them are pretty good. So
absolutely
nice addition.
Yeah, I was really close for a long time with them. There was a point when I was in between them. So
Schneider sandwich.
Yeah, the Schneider sandwich. Sounds good. No, they were really good. Really good racing. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the two of you will go into round 3, leading the championship with about 6 other people. All to play for, as you said earlier, Clive. Yeah, wow. I'm
looking forward to watching it, Martin.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of action on there today. I've got to be honest. It was hard to try and keep up with where to look.
Oh, excellent! I can't wait.
But fantastic performance from you, Clive. 2 wins. Second one from a reverse grid. Got to say that's pretty epic. So well done, man.
It felt pretty epic, yeah.
Yeah, congrats, Clive. Well done, man.
Thanks, Andre.
And we'll see both of you at the next round in Road America. Not Road America, in Mid Ohio. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Back
Can't
to
wait.
the USA.
Back to the
let's do
USA.
it.
Back to across the pond.
See you next fortnight, guys. See you in a fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
See
Martin.
you
Thanks,
later,
Andre.
Yeah, well done,
Martin.
guys.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So there goes Clive and Andre. What a performance that was from the two boys. So yeah, as I said, a fortnight's time. Pop over to America once again, Mid Ohio. The boys will be going around there. An hour endurance race, no reverse grids next time. And like I say, it's going to be really, really close between everybody. All of them have got pace here, as you can see. Great series to watch, great series to commentate on. Really looking forward to it, round 3. But before that, next week we have the FRX 90s coming to you, as I said earlier. And a week Wednesday, the Porsche Cup will be with us as well. So hop along to RR Leagues with that. If you haven't liked the video already, please do so. Give us a thumbs up. We really help the channel. And if you can subscribe and hit the notification bell as well, that will make sure you're on board the next time we start a live stream, which will be, I say, next Sunday for those FRX 90s. Nothing more for me to say other than congrats to Clive Britton on his 2 wins. All those podium guys so quick today. Really great watch. And a little shout out to Seb Vettel as well today. Well done, mate, to you. Again, everybody, thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate all your time watching this. I know you've got other things to do, but thanks for watching. And we hope to see you in a week's time for those FRX 90s. In the meantime, take care, take it easy, enjoy what's left of the very short weekend now, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.